Welcome to our lesson of worldwide cooking. And today I will show you how to make a German cheese soup. I absolutely love soups. I think it's the best meal ever, especially on a cold winter day. So let's see what ingredients I have today for this lovely soup. I will be using mincemeat, beef steak mince, but you can use any type of mince, like pork or turkey. I personally prefer turkey mince because it's lean and healthy, but unfortunately my local supermarket didn't have turkey mince this time, so beef mince will do. Then the next very important ingredient is spread cheese. That's why it's a cheese soup, and I will be using Scottish cheddar spreadable cheese, 2 of them. Then next ingredients, 3 big potatoes, just because I love potatoes so much, 1 onion, 1 garlic, unsalted butter, just to keep it healthy, olive oil, 1 leek, parsley and spring onions for garnishing, a beef stock cube, black pepper and chili flakes, and a carrot. Carrot is optional, but I like carrots in my soups just because they add the color, and the more vegetables, the healthier. And let's look at the equipment and tools needed. So I will be using a frying pan and a plastic spoon for stirring. Then I will be using a saucepan and a ladle for the soup, a chopping board, a knife, only one type this time, just because we're chopping only vegetables. We don't need to chop beef mince. Then I will be using a grater for the carrot and a measuring jug for boiling water and few spoons for measurement, and of course a kettle to boil the water. As you can see, my hair is up, my apron on, I wash my hands, I have no jewelry on my fingers, so that means I'm ready to cook. And I will start from chopping my onion, bridge and claw method as usual, because I want my onion to be uniform chopped. So first I cut my onion into half and find where is the pointy bit and where is the hairy end. I cut off the pointy bit for both halves. Then I peel both halves. Making sure that the hairy end stays, because it's important for stability of knife. So both halves peeled, pointy bit off, hairy ends on. I'm cutting my onion across and stopping just before the hairy end. And then turn it. When chopping onion, you do nice and small and even pieces. And when I get to the hairy end, I throw it away and do the same with my other half. And as you can see, onion is all the same shape and size. So I managed to do my uniform chopping with onion. So my onion is ready, nicely chopped, and I can start frying it. But before that, I will preheat my frying pan. As well as this, I will melt 50 grams of butter. It is very useful, these measurements on the packaging. Okay, so butter is melting and I'm adding onions. And while this is frying, till golden brown as usual, I will chop the leek. And I'm chopping the leek into nice rings. And at the same time, I'm stirring my onions. And I stop chopping the leek somewhere about where the green bit starts. And I will use this for the garnishing as well, which I will show later on. So now I add leek to the frying pan as well. And let it fry for a couple of minutes. And while this is frying, I will chop my garlic. As usual, as small as possible. That's the way I like my garlic. I keep stirring onions and leek because I don't want onions to burn, and as well I want to separate rings. And don't forget to tidy up your surfaces as often as you can, because that prevents from cross-contamination. So I would normally fry leek for about 5 minutes before I add garlic. So now I will add garlic and let it fry for about 2 minutes all together, and then quickly I will grate the carrot and add it to the frying pan. I keep stirring and mixing everything together. And what can happen sometimes, that carrot soaks all the fats, so then you can add a bit of water, like about 100 grams, just to make sure that your vegetables soften up. So now I will let it simmer on a low heat for about 2 minutes before I add it to the saucepan. And while I'm doing this, I will peel and chop potatoes into small cubes. I washed my peeled potatoes and now I will cut it into small cubes. Just because I like my ingredients small. If you prefer chunkier, bigger potatoes, you can do that as well. And potato cubes go to the saucepan. Now, when my potatoes are chopped, I will cover it with approximately 500 milliliters of boiling water. If you see that it doesn't cover your potatoes, add more. It's because we are making soup, so it's not as important to be so specific with measurements because you can always adjust during the process. So now I'm switching off my vegetables and putting them aside for later to go into the saucepan. And now I start boiling my potatoes for about 10-15 minutes till it gets softer. Then again I will clean my surface. Okay, so potatoes are boiling and I can add fried vegetables to it. And then I can add a bit more water. And remember, always keep your handles inside to avoid knocking your pans down. Another safety rule. And while potatoes and vegetables are slowly simmering, I will start frying the mince. I clean my frying pan. So now I will heat it up. As well as this, I will cover my frying pan with olive oil. 1 tablespoon should be enough. Cover your frying pan with the oil. Let it heat up a bit. And then add your mince. Season your mince with 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm not using any salt today just because stock cube has salt in it and I'm trying to stay healthy. But if you notice that it's not salty enough, your soup, you can always add salt a bit later. Keep stirring your mince, making sure that it's all fried till brown color. So beef is nearly brown and my soup base is boiling and simmering. What I need to do, I need to add a bit more water just because I like my soup with more liquid, more like a broth. But if you like thicker soup, you don't have to add as much water. So beef is ready. All pieces are brown and I'm adding it to the saucepan. A few pieces escaped, but that's no big deal. So now beef is in. I mix everything together and let it simmer till it starts boiling, and then I will add cheese and a stock cube, and I'm letting it simmer on a medium heat. Meanwhile, I will tidy up and do some wash up just to make sure that my kitchen is clean and no cross-contamination happening here. Soup is boiling, so I can add a stock cube. I will crumble it a bit, it helps to dissolve it faster. And then the cheese a bit. I'm adding my cheese and stirring into my soup. Needs lots of stirring, so I will use my plastic spoon because creamy cheese needs to dissolve and blend with the rest of the ingredients. So I will simmer it while stirring about 5 minutes. While stirring, make sure that there are no lumps of cheese in it. Cheese and stock cube dissolved in my soup, and now it's time to taste. Very nice. Soup is ready. I will plate it up, garnish with parsley, spring onions, chili flakes, and some creation from leek. And time for the best part, eating. So German cheese soup is ready. And what I did here, I garnished my soup with some chopped parsley and spring onions. Also I sprinkled some chili flakes just to add that extra color. And I cut an end of a leek just to represent that this ingredient has been used in this dish. And it looks nice. So I hope you will enjoy making this dish, and I'm looking forward to your pictures and evaluations of this soup. As usual, you have 2 days to complete this assignment and to email me back. Good luck, enjoy, and I'll see you next week.